Hey everybody, Marcos Vegas here with Abel Sanchez. We're just a few days away where his fighter Gennady Golovkin will face David Lemieux here in Madison Square Garden. And Abel, I didn't get a chance to visit you guys in Big Bear. I'm kind of bummed out because I actually wanted to see his preparation.
You, man. I had the room set up.
Did you? Really? Oh man, I missed out. But you know, this camp, did things get elevated that much more, or was it something where you guys already have a system, just keep doing what works?
Elevated in a sense that he sees a threat. He sees somebody that is finally a guy that can present a challenge to him mentally, not physically, because everybody trains for 12 rounds and everybody's in great shape. But the mental challenge is what I think the difference in this fight.
You know, talk to me a little bit about that. When you say mental challenge, what is it that you really mean with that?
Well, this is the first guy that we're fighting that's an actual world champion, present world champion. So because of that, he has something to lose. Where the guys before didn't have nothing to lose. They were another L, it's another L. This guy worked very hard to get his belt, and he thinks he can win, which is the challenge for us. The challenge for us to make sure that we do everything in the gym necessary to make sure that we come out victorious. But of course, Mark Ramsey and his team are doing the same thing. I just think that because of the challenge, Golovkin has elevated his mental preparation of this.
Now, looking at some of the interviews that Gennady did a few weeks back, it could come across to some fans watching it that he seems a little unsure because of the power from Lemieux. What do you make of that, like the fans' perspective, like, oh, Gennady seems kind of unsure on that point?
No, it's not unsure. It's just that challenge. And what happens when, like when he fought the last couple fights, when he fought Willie at the Forum, it came a point where there was no challenge no more. You know, I know you guys see the third, fourth, and fifth round as, oh, he got hit, but really that's when he got, I'm not going to say unfocused or bored, but he just there was nothing. It was trying to egg Willie on to make something of it. With this fight, at least right now, who knows after the first punch has landed, at least right now, he perceives a threat. You know, there's a challenge in his mind. There's a guy that punches as hard as he does, supposedly. There's a guy that is IBF champion. There's a guy that is aggressive. There's a guy that seems very confident. So all those things combined, I think, make it more of a, how can I put it, more of a anticipating that night, that what's going to happen after the first punch for him.
Yeah. For you, how are you seeing that, how Gennady is going to handle the punch from David? I'm sure you're confident that he'll be able to, but I guess that's something that I want to know. I want to know on both sides. Can he handle Gennady's punch, and can Gennady handle David's punch? How do you see that? Well,
I've been asking for a long, long time, and I've been suggesting that I would be more anxious to see that than anybody else, because I want to see what I have. But that moment will provide us a glimpse into the future. That moment will provide us a glimpse into see how he reacts, because all great fighters, you name them, everybody went down. So how he reacts in the ring and how we react in the corner and how we react as coaches is going to determine the remaining of the fight. If we panic, then obviously maybe we don't get him ready for the next round and all those things. And if he panics, he won't be ready for. But that happens to all great fighters. And no, I'm not looking forward to it, but it's going to happen one day, and we have to be prepared. We don't talk about that because we never talk negative. But like I said, all great fighters got knocked down. Every great fighter you could think of went on the seat of his pants.
Looking at the fight, do you see it, by any chance, it going 8 rounds or more on Saturday night?
I personally don't think, because of both styles, I personally don't think it'll go past 6.
6 rounds.
And the guy that lands the first telling blow, they're such predators, both of them, that they're going to be on each other and try to finish each other off. So the guy that makes the first mistake and lands the first blow that hurts the other guy, I think that it's going to be quickly.
Let me ask you this. I was watching some tape on David yesterday. We know Gennady comes forward. We know David comes forward. Do you feel because they both come forward, they're going to kind of be a little cautious that first round?
No, well, if you watch any of Gennady's fights, Gennady's always cautious the first round. Gennady is
he's gauging.
Yeah, he's trying to see what you're bringing. He's trying to see what you have, and if David comes forward, then maybe Gennady won't have that opportunity to do that. But Gennady always wants to survey the situation and see what's happening, and then he usually starts at the end of the round or at the beginning of the next round. But it all really depends on David. David has been talking about bringing some new wrinkles into it. Excuse me. And if he does, then we'll have to adapt to that. We'll have to figure out what it is that we have to do to circumvent that. But they're both aggressive. If they come at each other, somebody's going to get hit.
On a final note, Abel, what do you feel makes the biggest difference the night of the fight?
The biggest difference, I think, will be how David reacts as soon as he gets touched for the first time by Golovkin. Because if you've seen in some of Golovkin's other fights, once he lands that first talon blow, it's a different fight. It's a different fight. So how David reacts to that, and Gennady will see that, will determine how the rest of the fight goes. If he takes it, we have a fight. You know, because it'd be two guys that can take each other.
Gennady told me IQ.
Yeah, that too. Well, I think boxing IQ as far as trying to set up that perfect shot. And Gennady's patient enough to set up that perfect shot. So if David takes it, and me from the corner, I'll be able to tell because I see it in their eyes every time Gennady touches them. Then we have an interesting remainder of the fight, however long it goes. But I really think that it's no more than a 6-round fight.
Abel, thanks. It's great seeing you. I'll see you on Saturday night. This man will be in the corner with Gennady Golovkin as they both take on David Lemieux this Saturday on HBO pay-per-view.